Hello Capricorn, welcome back to my channel, Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Nicole and I have a special treat for you. With the coming new year, Capricorn, I'm going to do a zodiac spread which will take a look at all areas of your life. If you would like to book a personal reading, please go to my website, intuitivegardentarot.org, and you may book a session with me there. I'd love to do a one-on-one reading looking at your specific life and your specific questions. Okay, let's see what we have here. King of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Emperor, Judgment, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, King of Swords, and the Three of Cups. All right, Capricorn, let's look at this overall energy. First of all, we have two major arcana. Not a very strong energy, which means the energy for the year looks like it's more malleable, less fixed and slow moving, so the opportunity to pivot if you need to switch directions or change things up, that's a little bit more available to you, Capricorn. Let's start with the King of Pentacles in the House of Aries. This represents you, your personality, what you put out there, who you are to the world. The King of Pentacles energy is very grounded, very abundant, and it's an earth sign like you, Capricorn. So that's a good start. And it's across from the energy of the Two of Swords, which means there might be some pause or needing to make a decision about something related to, again, your sense of self in the world. Maybe you're at a bit of a stalemate, not sure really what you want to project or how you want to present yourself. But again, it's such a grounded energy that it looks very much like if you can just tap into that earth energy, which should be easy for you, Capricorn, there is a lot of potential. And I'm drawn into the star on his chest, his heart chakra. So right there I'm thinking making sure your heart space is open and as clear as possible is a good idea. Moving on to the Nine of Wands in the House of Taurus. This is about your finances, your resources, and value. The Nine of Wands is, especially in this deck, again, really focusing on grounding your energy and your heart space. I'm going to show that card one more time. Look at that light in his heart chakra and how that wand is connecting all the way down to what I see as the core of the earth. So really grounding your emotions and making sure that you're centered is going to be helpful. And again, this is around your finances, your possessions. So staying connected and in your feet is going to serve you well. And this card can be about being a little worn out, a little spiritually tired. So you might be feeling a sense of depletion and a need to really refocus on your finances, maybe look at your budget in a different way, look at what you possess in a different way, more from a spiritual perspective versus a material perspective. And that is across from the Ace of Wands, which is a catalytic ignition point type of energy. So it looks like taking a rest on spending or what you perceive as your possessions and things of value, just kind of taking a step back might reboot if your energy is feeling kind of drained in the financial part of your life. You also might have an inspired action that comes to you around your finances. Something that gets triggered and ripples out. So in a good sense, again, that could be a new business idea, a new job, or some other way to bring in finances and that kind of stability. It also could be indicating on the shadow side that finances can be a trigger for you for the coming year. All right, moving on to Queen of Swords in the house of Gemini. So we have an air sign in the air sign. This is really about being clear in your communication, being fair, and also having good boundaries, knowing what to say, what not to say, and with whom to be connecting with, and with whom to maybe avoid having conversation with. The Queen of Swords has this history of learning from having been hurt. She's very experienced, and from her heartbreak and certain experiences, she has learned to be more discerning and a little bit more logical when it comes to interacting and relationships. So think about that, and this plays off of the Two of Pentacles, which is just kind of a back and forth, up, down energy. And again, perhaps half of the time it's important to communicate, and the other half of the time it might be best to just kind of leave things unsaid. And you will know what that means and how that applies to you. This is different for each of you because this is a general reading, but it's something to keep in mind as the year progresses. And we have the Emperor card here at the root in the house of Cancer, which represents home, family. And let's see, the Emperor in that position, this is also just the foundation of the whole reading and kind of your energy for the year. That's a really solid energy. Emperor energy is very masterful. Right there I'm getting that home life might be a place of stability and security in all ways, emotionally, practically, and he's really in touch with nature. So that too, I think, making sure that your home life is grounded and connected with life and nature, whether that means bringing that into your house or spending time outside around your house, depending on your climate and if that's comfortable for you. It is across from the Five of Cups, which is an energy of letting go, releasing heavy emotions that aren't serving you, maybe grieving something, could be about some feelings of shame. But there is behind that energy a transformation and the fulfillment that you're looking for. So that's more in the background, but again, there might be some letting go or some letting go of control of some of the emotional makeup of your home life or your family situation. Moving on to the Judgment card. This is in the house of Leo. And this is a wonderful upgrade energy, a really upward spiral, ascending energy, tapping into a much larger cosmic sense of yourself, of the world around you, of what's available to you energetically. And it is calling you to rise up and to stand up for something. So in the house of Leo, that's about pleasure, what brings you joy. So how I interpret that is it's saying just go for it. Go for what you enjoy and think big. Don't limit yourself. There may be some financial limitations. I don't know what your personal situation would be, but joy can come in all kinds of forms that don't have to cost any money or very little money. So that's for you to tap into for yourself. And it is across from the King of Swords, which, similar to the Queen of Swords, is a very intellectual air energy. And it's having good boundaries and knowing when to exercise those boundaries, how to exercise them, and being in your intellect and your logic. And that might play off of what I said just a moment ago in terms of seeking pleasure. You know, you might be compelled to say, darn it, I deserve to go on that trip to Greece or whatever it might be, but that might not be something that is financially possible or could be very stressful. So the King of Swords is going to be a beautiful balance and temperance of that going big energy in the house of Leo, in terms of making sure you're making wise decisions about how you activate that, how you engage with that energy. All right, the Knight of Swords is in the house of Virgo, which is health, habits, daily routines. And this energy is really charging forward again with that air energy with the swords, on a mission. And on a mission for what? Of course, health. It's very determined. It's advocating for something. And it's playing off of the energy opposite of the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is a card of really celebrating life, your community, those that you're connected with, the people that are like-minded, your soul tribe, your soul family. So I'm getting that in terms of really looking at what are you ingesting in relation to your health. Do you need just simply more fluids? Is that an important, water, an important goal? Is there a celebration of a victory of something you've been working towards, or something you will be working on during the year that is really going to come to fruition and really make you feel good about yourself? And because there's so much energy and movement, and honing right in the house of Virgo, this being just about exercise and getting out there and making sure that that is a priority for you, in whatever way you like to move your body. It could be activities, it could be just gym exercise classes, it could be at home. There's so much available to you, so that's for you to, again, figure out for yourself. Okay, and then we have the Two of Swords here in the house of Libra, which is about relationships, contracts, partnerships, negotiations. So these are romantic and non-romantic partnerships. This card feels like it's saying to just take pause, feel into something. Don't make any rash decisions about contracts, partnerships in your life, negotiations. Tap into your intuition and use a little less logic on this. Although knowledge and logic is important, you don't want to rely on that only for what comes up for you during the year. And again, this is across from the King of Pentacles, which is that really grounded earth energy, an abundant manifestation energy. So if there's something you have to consider or think about, give yourself time to really weigh both sides of a decision, so that you can more clearly be grounded in what choices you make. Then we have the Ace of Wands in the house of Scorpio, which is about birth, death, sexuality. And that being, this ignition point or starting point. There may be a new energy that's being triggered or activated around any or all of those areas of your life. There may be a new birth coming in. There may be some really good sexual energy with a partner or with yourself that's really ready to be sparked. And it being across from the Nine of Wands, which can be about taking a rest and needing to take a break, spiritually and energetically, I'm going to say that intimate energy might actually be a place that can recharge you and reboot you for the year. That sexual energy, that excitement might really be transformational for you, and it might recharge you in a way that you've been possibly feeling drained or might be feeling drained during the year. So we have the Two of Pentacles next in the house of Sagittarius. And this is, like I mentioned earlier, a back and forth energy, a little bit of an up-down energy, black, white, light, dark. And how I'm feeling that, because the house of Sagittarius is about travel, philosophy, your purpose, your morals, religion. I feel like something in that might flip. So perhaps something you might be surprised, let's say, if a long-held belief of yours suddenly doesn't suit you anymore. And you might find you believe the total opposite of what you used to believe, and you might even surprise yourself in that way. It could be even just turning things around. And again, let's see what it's across from. It's across from the Queen of Swords, which is that discerning, logical energy. Maybe even regarding travel, maybe that's something you haven't done and you're going to make a point to do. Maybe it's something you've done often and might decide with discernment that, this year isn't a good year to have that vacation or that big trip or something like that. But you're going to be weighing things out in terms of what your morals are, what your beliefs are, your life philosophy or religion, travel, all those things. You might just be going back and forth and looking at both sides of those areas of your life and whatever situations come up. So the Five of Cups is in the house of Capricorn for you, Capricorn. It's at the top here of the zodiac wheel, and it represents career, achievement, status. So there might be some sense of disappointment or having to let go of something you were really emotionally invested in or believed about yourself or your status. And I'm still holding this card up because as I speak, I want you to notice those two very large chalices behind this figure, with the sun behind this figure's head and that rainbow with the transformational butterflies dancing between those two cups. Those cups are very large and very full. So one of the lines about this card is crying over spilt milk, because you really can't change some things, but if you can turn around or allow yourself to get past these feelings, you want to let them move through you, not get stuck in them, you'll see that you have very much fulfillment and joy right behind you, available to you. It was there all along. So again, there might be some change in your career. It's opposite that Emperor energy, which is very much the leader of all leaders energy. And maybe you'll have a job change or a job loss or a change in, like I said, status of feeling like maybe you were on top and not feeling like you're on top in this new perception. But it is all perception, and as I started in this reading, most of the energy is very malleable and short term, so you can work with it, but it very much is perspective. And I'm going to go back to grounding. Grounding is, in a way, really the solution to everything. When we're grounded, as we're going through our emotions, whether they're uncomfortable feelings or even feelings of intense joy, which can actually be uncomfortable, like what do we do with all of that energy? It's important to let it move through you, let it move down into the earth, and not get stuck. Okay, so next we have the King of Swords. This is in the house of Aquarius. And he is very masterful, very knowledgeable. Aquarius is about our friends, our friendships, our social networks, social circles, our community. So this is something that looks like it's very well established, or will be during the year. And you might be really finding like-minded friends and really finding great joy in connecting possibly with some new social circles, especially as your perception of status, career, health, as you're charging forward, you might find others that are doing the same and that you can really connect with. And again, being the king energy, that's the most developed member in the swords family, so to speak. So it looks like there's a lot of good potential, again, to connect intellectually with others, and to also know maybe who to cut out of your life, or what relationships or friendships are no longer serving you, and maybe aren't that fun or bringing you pleasure like they did. They might feel like maybe at one time they did, but as you grow and change, they might not be fulfilling, and they might just feel more like an obligation than a joy to spend your time with or to engage in. So be aware of that. Lastly, we're going to the Three of Cups energy, which is in the house of Pisces. Pisces is about the subconscious emotions, your creativity, connecting to the greater beyond, the galactic realm, the cosmic realm, and with that wonderful Three of Cups energy, I just love that. It looks like you will be, again, celebrating new friendships that might be even way more expansive. So that's a part of that energy of Pisces. It has no boundaries, and it's not like in the status quo. And cups are about emotions, and I'm going to show you this again. I said it's about subconscious emotions, kind of deep, deep waters. Look at these huge cups that these women are all holding up high in praise and in celebration with each other, and to the greater cosmos or God or whatever it is you believe in that's a higher energy or universal force. And this means to me really bringing those deep emotions up to the surface so that they can be utilized and expand your consciousness in a way that I'm getting a sense might be just totally new and a little bit mind-blowing for you in a really positive way. And it's across from the Knight of Swords energy, which is that charging ahead, just freaking go for it. Saying go for it. Just explore new people, new experiences that you previously might not have known about, or might not have felt were for you. You might have just poo-pooed it, like, oh, that's for other people, that's not for me. I think 2025 Capricorn is the year that it is for you to just hold your head up high and see what comes. All right, we're going to finish with the 13th card in the middle of the spread, and this just popped out to tie it together, and we have focus. stock. And there's that third eye in the palm of the hand, stars all around. I see the sign of Sagittarius, which is a beautiful fire energy, and again about travel, philosophy, what you believe. So this card affects every other card that I've already talked about. Focus is key. And I'm going to say one more time, the best way to focus is to be grounded. That's when we're most able to connect with our intuition, our non-seeing eyes, our third eye, essentially, that can see in a non-physical way. The spiritual eye is the word I'm looking for. So that is going to be the key, I think, to unlocking wherever you might feel stuck, wherever you might need to take pause and be discerning and make a decision one way or another. Focus is key. You don't want to be rash. You don't want to rush. And this is coming to my mind. You want to focus on being focused. Make that a focus. Because otherwise, I think we're just running with half of the cards in our deck if we're not focused, as you can understand and imagine. See if there's anything else here. I think that sums it up. Well, with that, I wish you a great year, Capricorn. Thank you for watching. And again, if you'd like a more personalized, detailed reading for you and your life, go to intuitivegardentarot.org and you may schedule a session with me there. Until next time, take care.